Gives me great honor to welcome our Sussex Green Rebel onto the stage. So you might remember that earlier this morning we used some what we have been developing Nutrigels with the lignosulfonate-based solutions and soaked them up with water. Not sure if you can tell the exact difference here, but it's absorbed dramatically and have turned into gels. So the man in charge of these gels is Gibson Nyanhongo. He's a co-inventor and founder of Agrobiogel that we have introduced and brought back as a spin-off from Boku into the project of Sussex. And he's here now to show us the Nutrigels in action. Gibson,
Great.
Go for it.
So thanks a lot. Yeah, my name is Gibson, and already been said and hinted out also, I'm the co-inventor of Agrobiogel, and I'm excited also to point out that we have here in the audience one of my long working partner, Professor Georg Gubis, also the co-inventor of Agrobiogel. And when I decided to leave the university and start Agrobiogel, I gave my head to Renate, who is also doing an excellent job continuing with these studies. So a little bit about, should I go? Good. So what is Nutrigel in action? First, we are a spin-off of the University of Natural Resources and Life Science Vienna, that is Boku, as Agrobiogel. So this was how we started the company. But we take Agrobiogel, and unfortunately, I cannot show you here, but I think this is enough. So from this to this, and we can even take more water with Agrobiogel. What is the whole idea of Agrobiogel? It is to increase the soil water holding capacity. What is the aim behind? The aim behind this, the farmers, this is now even to a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, knows that water has become a scarce commodity worldwide. So that is the aim. If the farmer is cultivating, is using irrigation water, let's say it's irrigating 3-4 times a week, with Agrobiogel, they are able to reduce that irrigation maybe to 1 to 2 times in a week. In this way, they are not only saving water, they are saving associated costs, which is the labor cost, the irrigation, some run on electricity. So you are saving water in this regard. But more so also important with Agrobiogel is that increasing erratic rainfall patterns. I'm originally from Zimbabwe, Africa, and we drought, we have learned to live with drought. And I'm sure in Europe, you have not yet learned how to live with drought. So, in where I'm coming from, Tune, I've been living there. June, July, there is always 3-4 weeks, there is no rain. And for sure, the farmer loses their yield. Now, with Agrobiogel, if they put Agrobiogel, it will be able to store water, release its storage to the plants. That is the idea of Agrobiogel. But going further, Agrobiogel is the carrier. It mimics humus, degrades into humus. What does this mean? Humus in the soil is increasing soil organic matter. It is also, in this case, increasing microbial activity, availability of nutrients. It is a charged polymer, all important cations for the plant, nutrients for the plant can be naturally stored in Agrobiogel. That's the idea of Agrobiogel. Based on this, this is why in the project Suspect, we embarked on saying, this is our first generation of products based on Agrobiogel, where we are putting in nutrients into the Agrobiogel. But also, as you can see there, we can put agrochemicals, we can put herbicides, pesticides, we can make meds, we can make many other products out of Agrobiogel. We think this is the start of a new journey, using a resource that is abundant in Europe, that is locally available here, that is renewable, that is sustainable. Good. So in Nutrigel, what have we done so far? I will run you through some highlights of what we have done here. We have put probiotics into Agrobiogel. We have put NPK. We have put bioadenazole and tried to see what happens. Are these things compatible? Can they really help with the plants? Good. The first experiment were with microorganisms. The idea is to solubilize phosphorus, make it available to the plants. I'm not an agriculturist, but our agriculturists, when they went there, when the plants had around 7, 8 leaves, they could see the differences very well. Maybe from the picture you might not see it, but the most important thing, of course, this is what I always say. For us, we are happy when we have at least the same yield. And when we can increase it, it's a plus to us. That is, so here it was really clear, our Agrobiogel is helping the microorganism, providing the environment for the microorganism to solubilize the fertilizer. Here are deficiencies. This is what monitored or confirmed by looking at the iron deficiency or phosphorus deficiency. And I'm sure you can see here we have bioadenazole. So, okay, the highest deficiency is until 1, and the lowest deficiency going down. So we have bioadenazole in the Agrobiogel, then phosphorus Agrobiogel, microorganisms. There is some effect happening in terms of making first phosphorus available. And this is also confirmed by the height of the plants. The same happened with just taking the control as 0, and then there is the increase in the growth of the plants. So where there is Agrobiogel plus, there is always a positive effect. One thing that happened, because Agrobiogel, as we say, it increases soil water holding capacity. And it has been a question by many of our customers, what happens if my field is flooded? Will this not destroy my plants? And we could show, and unfortunately, at first we are, of course, we were not so happy because it happened. One, this experiment is very critical to us. And then we had a flood. But good, it turned out that flood was very good to demonstrate that even when after there is a flood, when there is a flood, actually Agrobiogel helps store the nutrients inside. So where the 3 of us are standing there in the middle, those were under flood, and you see the controls beside them, they're a bit shorter than that. This is, of course, the whole team was going to assess there. They wanted to convince them because we told them, no, Agrobiogel can do it. And we summoned the whole team to come and see. And they were taking notes. Good. This is, I'm not going to do the same. It's exactly the same experiment. We did it on 2 different fields and exactly the same results. So it's a reproducible in different geographical locations. We would expect, of course, today, maybe Simone will give us the updates on the studies they did here. But at least from the preliminary studies, he showed me again here, there was a trend that Agrobiogel plus the fertilizers, there was something happening. he will confirm with the yields, I hope. But before that, I will show you also the yields from Spain. We ran exactly same experiment in Spain. The only difference, Almeria, I'm sure everybody knows Almeria, is the vegetable garden of Europe. And there they dig trenches, dig out the soil, put sand, and then they grow the tomatoes. So they put Agrobiogel into this sand. So as you can see here, maybe the first part, everything was regularly watered. We are not very much interested in that, but what is clear there, even it shows that Agrobiogel, even when you are regularly watering, the plants are growing well. This is yield, right? There was increase in yield with Agrobiogel as compared to the control. And now when we reduce the watering by 20%, then we just comparing the control with the highest yield, we have 40% increase in yield just with Agrobiogel. What does this mean? We can go down with Agrobiogel, as far as I can see, we can even go down to 50% and still get the same yield. So we are in this process of saying what is the optimum economic concentration of Agrobiogel that we can give him, which is a good message that we got already. Also, I show you a bit of also this happens in fruit, pears, almonds, all this, we could show that with the Agrobiogel has a positive effect on the growth of these young plants. Very clear difference. This is also forestry because we, as Agrobiogel, our raw material is wood. And to us, it is very critical that forestation is our priority. So reforestation, creating new forest is our focus because this is our raw material. So we are also doing a lot of reforestation in Austria. We have planted more than 20,000 plants, trees. And in Germany, we have also this active team who are really doing an excellent job in terms of reforestation. And this is, they could use Agrobiogel, they use also the synthetic ones, which are commonly, which have been on the market for over maybe 60 years or something like that. So, and again, Agrobiogel really works wonders, correct, and there. But in Austria, we also have, we are really interested in this, and the same thing we could show after a year, pull out the plant, and we still see Agrobiogel very active around the roots. So this was pulled after a year, and then you see really Agrobiogel is still very active. Good, I think generally the observation that we have from now is Agrobiogel, we can use it as a carrier of nutrients, NPK, or any other, we think this is compatible even with many other untested products that can be used to support plant growth. Good, thanks.